Have you ever been in Ross or Marshall's and passed up any fragrances from Cuba and wondered if it was worth your time? Well, I'm going to review one. It's called Cuba Prestige Black, and this is everything you need to know in 6 post points. Welcome back to another fragrance review. If this is your first time finding me, please consider liking and subscribing as I tell you everything you need to know about a fragrance in 10 post points or less. Today we are jumping into Cuba Prestige Black. Let's just jump into the review. So post point number one, I find the packaging on this very creative, and I think this is probably the reason that I first discovered this brand in the first place. Looking at the cigar inspired packaging, I thought it was really creative. Had not heard of the brand of Cuba, and so I decided to pick up, and they were super cheap. So I picked up a couple, and you may find this to be a little bit cheesy, maybe. Novel, but I thought it was cool, and kind of how I was prompted or inspired to actually get into the brand in the first place was the packaging. In a former life, I was a graphic designer, and so really drawn to very creative packaging, and I think this piqued my interest enough to actually make a purchase. Post point number two, the smell on this is fresh and clean. Now, I'm not 100% sure that this is an accurate scent memory, but to me, this smells like Irish Spring soap. Very fresh, very clean, pretty linear throughout. What you get at first spray is going to be what you get through the life of the fragrance. Now, this is, of course, not one of those fragrances you spray and put your nose right up to it. You want to give it time to settle down. Quite a bit of chemicals, pretty harsh in the opening, so don't spray it and put your nose directly up to your skin. You want to let it waft and settle a bit before you smell it. You will singe your nose hairs. Now, when I first bought this fragrance, this was produced by a company called Parfum de Champs. It looks like they've moved a couple times since then. I found some information out there about Cuba Paris, and also just Cuba Perfumes. Now, Cuba Perfumes is touted as an Irish-based company versus Cuba Original by Parfum de Champs was a French-based company. The only reason I bring that up is because usually when fragrances or brands change hands, the formulation changes as well. So I'm not 100% sure what you find today will be 100% what I have. So take that with a grain of salt. Post point number four. Now, historically, this brand is known to be a clone house, meaning everything that they create is not unique, not a unique creation, but a interpretation of popular fragrances. Take, for example, there's a Lamal clone, there is a CK1 clone, and this is actually a clone of Swiss Army. Why would you clone Swiss Army? I'm not sure. I don't actually own Swiss Army, but have found quite a bit of information on the previous Frag Lux website and on some of the boards, fragrance boards, that this is a pretty accurate clone of Swiss Army. So again, take that with a bit of a grain of salt. Post point number five, how would you use this? Or where do I see this best used? To me, this is a fragrance that you throw in your gym bag, throw in your glove box for emergency purposes. I don't think you spray this to go out on a date or go out. The performance on this is not terrible, but again, it's just a soapy, clean fragrance. It's not one that's going to blow you away. I don't think this is one that the opposite sex will find sexy or anything like that. It's just really clean. I can see coming from the gym, throwing this in the bag after you get through with a workout or something, spraying this on. Probably would use something like this over like Axe body spray. Post point number 6. Who is this fragrance for? I'm going to say right away, if you are a refined nose, meaning you like either higher end designer fragrances, niche fragrances, just steer clear of this one. This one's not going to suit your palate. This is for either someone on an extreme budget or maybe a high schooler. Again, I think this will be a better option over an Axe body spray or something like that. And it's coming in at literally $7, $8. So very affordable. And one thing I will give this thing credit for is it's a lot better than I expected for a sub $10 fragrance. Well, that's all I got for you today. If you have any experience with Prestige Black or any of the Cuba fragrances, let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are. And I will see you guys in the next vid. Peace. Why would you clone Swiss Army